Hello everyone, good to see you again. Today, from today actually, we are going to have the monthly Zen class meeting broadcasted via Facebook and YouTube, I guess. Before, for the last 2 years, as far as I remember, we were doing it on YouTube and Zoom. So after broadcasting it on YouTube, we had a meeting on Zoom, like sort of private meeting. But we changed it, so now we have it on Facebook. So if you have any questions or any comments or whatever you want to add, you want to ask something, you want to share your experience maybe, so you can have it's a space for you to do it. And then you can also watch it on YouTube later if you want. So with Zoom it was a little bit better in this case because I could see one another, but Facebook I cannot see you. But we used to do it before, I think 3 years ago or something. So I was also streaming it privately, so only me and the camera. So I survived somehow. Anyway, I hope you are fine, and wherever you are, the summer is gone. We had a long period of heat waves, I think, around the globe, around Europe, also here in Asia, in Japan, very hot summer and very humid summer. So every day is like in a shower, and still it is humid, and it's over 35 or something degrees every day. Is going to last for, I guess, more 2 or 3 weeks. So still it's summer, but in Europe probably it's a little bit colder now, but I don't know, so you know better. And today I would like to share with you a very short legend or very short story about a person whose name was Bodhidharma. And in Japan he is more known as the one in the form of a doll that you paint left or right eye when you go to the temple on the New Year's Day. So it's called Dharma or Dharma doll, but originally he was an Indian monk. He was authentic figure or not, I don't know, but in at least in Zen tradition he is believed to be the first ancestor, as we say, or the first patriarch of Zen tradition, the one who brought the Buddha Dharma teaching or Zen teaching from India to China many years ago. And he was the one with long beard, and the one who spent, after coming to China, he spent 9 years sitting facing the wall and doing nothing. He didn't have a smartphone, he didn't have Wi-Fi. He didn't have any other toys. He had just wall in a cave. So for us sometimes it's quite a challenge to sit even more 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But you can, if you struggle with your Zazen practice of Zazen, you can come back to and think about Bodhidharma and remember that he spent actually 9 years sitting facing the wall. So this was the guy. And then there is a story when he visited one house, and then in this house the room was empty. There was only a cage in this room, and he went into the room. He entered the room, and then as he was a great master, and he understood the language of other species, like animals, for example. So when he saw the cage, in the little cage there was a bird, a small bird. And the bird was very sad. And Bodhidharma said, "Why are you so sad? What's happening with you?" And the bird said, "Well, actually, please, I would like you to help me somehow, because I'm still here all my life. I have to spend in this cage. I want to get set free. I want to go out, but I cannot, because the door is all the time closed. So maybe you can help me somehow." So then the Bodhidharma, he said, "Okay, I have one method. I know how to help you." And then he said, "You know what? When you are in the cage, so lie down at the bottom of the cage and don't move. Pretend that you are dead. Pretend for a couple of minutes or longer. When the owner comes, and he sees that you are dead, so then you can get back your freedom. And then the bird said, okay, I will do as you told me. And then the bird lie down on the bottom of the cage and stay there for a while. And then the owner came, and then he came back. He came close to the cage, and he saw the bird, and he said, oh, he's dead. What happened? And he opened the door because he wanted to check what's happened to the bird. And at the moment when the owner opened the door, the bird flew away, and he was free. And the story, what it illustrates, it's not about freeing birds, but it illustrates actually our practice of Zazen, or as we say, our practice of sitting still. Because in some way, if we think about it, our practice of Zazen is like dying to the outside environment, dying to other people, dying even to our family, dying to all the ties that we have within society. We say traditionally there is a phrase that says that we have to break away or forget about all the 10,000 things that we are usually that we already do, that we all the time do in our everyday life. So our bank accounts, our girlfriends, boyfriends, different kind of businesses, things that we occupy ourselves all the time in our daily life. So this is what we completely break away, or we sort of turn our back to it. And at the same time, not only outside world, but at the same time we also have to die to our opinions, our likes and our dislikes. I like this, I like that, I think so, I don't think so, I think it's good, I think it's bad. So on the metaphorical level, it really is like you are actually a dead person. You sit as a dead person. And there is I think he was Indian too, like Dharma, but there was an Indian master who said that I hope I will die before the death comes, something like that. So in Zen tradition, we say that in life we have to experience this death of what we call I, yes, our ego or our self. So so it's like pretending to be dead. You don't move, you just sit. There's no even a small space or a tiny little bit of narrow sort of way that you can squeeze in with yourself. This is how the practice just sitting or the practice of Zazen is sometimes illustrated. So in this way, in the same way as the bird got free because he pretended to be dead, in the same way, so Bodhidharma teaches us that Zazen is like that. And there is a expression which is called in Zen literature. It's called, you have to climb to the 30-meter high pole and take or make one step further. You have to climb to the 30-meter high pole, and then when it's really the top, then you have to release your hands and then climb one step or take one step further. So it illustrates the same point. And when we think about it, so every day when we do different kind of things, we meet people, we do some things at work, we have different kind of family errands, we talk with our wife, husband, etc., etc. We are all the time like standing on this 30-meter high pole, and we cannot release our hands and die in some way or jump, because we all the time cling to our opinions, we all the time cling to our experiences, we all the time cling to our stereotypical images about what this person is, what that person is, what I think about this, what I think about that. We are experts in different kind of ways, so it's why we are all the time sort of on the top of this pole. But our practice is actually, as some people say, letting go, or releasing, or dying, if you might say, as I just said, or jumping, whatever, or taking one step further, which means just to forget about all these things and see things as they are, which is so difficult. And this is what we cultivate in our practice. So when we sit together today, we have, as I said, we don't have Zoom today. So we will have 2 periods of Zazen, about maybe 20 minutes, and then in between, I would like to show you how to practice the kinhin, as we say in Japanese, or the walking meditation. So we will have 2 periods of Zazen and then walking meditation, kinhin. So we will have a lot of time to sit. So sit with this sort of attitude so that to really let go of everything, or just become like a dead man, forgetting about all the 1,000 things that you have sort of all the time at the background of your head. I have to do things, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to go here, I have to go there. So just leave it all behind, and just sit. So if you are sitting as me in a formal place somewhere on a cushion, if you have a cushion, so please make sure that you sit on the edge of the cushion, as I always say. You don't sit on the center part of the cushion, because then you lean back, and then the posture is not good. So when you take care of your position, and then you make sure that you have this nice triangle here, so you have 2 knees here, and you have the buttocks on the edge of the cushion, then naturally, without any effort, you can sit straight. Then it's even difficult to say it not straight, if I might say so, because then the triangle, the base keeps your spine straight, naturally straight. You don't have to make any effort to do anything. So please make sure that you find this place where you can sit comfortably. And if you sit with crossed legs, so again, traditionally we talk about the half lotus position and full lotus position. Whatever is good for you, you can try with one or the other. The half lotus position is that you put your right foot on the left thigh, and you can sit in this way. If you are more flexible, maybe some of you do some stretching, yoga, whatever, or maybe you're just naturally, your body is flexible enough to put the second leg, the left one, here on the right thigh. Then it's a full lotus position. Whichever is fine, whether it's full lotus or half lotus. Just make sure that you have this. You're sitting straight. Okay, and when you sit straight, your chest is open. The ears are in the same line as your shoulders, and then your nose is in the same line with your navel. Then you can put your hands on your knees, palms up, and make a few sway a few times from left to right. It's nice, it's good, and it's recommendable to sway even like 20 or 30 times if you sit, for example, at home and you don't disturb other people. So it's always good, especially in the morning when you sit. But in the same way, before every formal practice, it's sometimes we have this sort of hesitation, and we just like like sway once because we just know that it's sort of important, but we don't care so much. But no, just sway. Let it be your sort of swaying zazen, and sway and sway and sway a few times. Don't worry. And when you naturally come back to the center position, you put your hands on the soles of your feet. Right hand, left hand. You touch your thumbs. And make sure that you take care of this part here. You don't squeeze it too much, or you are not negligent about that. So you really take care about the shape of your hands here. Remembering that you are sort of embracing the whole world here, all the little birds in cages. You can imagine like that. And close your mouth, breathe through the nose. And have your eyes naturally open. And don't think what you should do with your eyes. Just let them be as they are. And breathe through the nose. And when you feel that this is the position that is the most comfortable for you, let us spend about 20 minutes just sitting hands together and make a bow. Then before we stand up, put your hands on your knees, and as we did before we started the practice, in the same way you sway a few times from left to right. And then when you're when you're ready, you can unfold your knees, and then again be careful as don't hurry up when you stand up. Just make sure that you feel your legs, and when you stand up, you fix your cushion and you make one bow to the cushion, and then you turn around and make one bow to the hole. And I will show you how to practice kinhin. Maybe I will stand somewhere here so that you could see me. So when we were practicing Zazen and we were holding our hands folded in a way that you were holding your left hand on your right hand in this position. So then when we practice walking, you close your thumb from in your left hand and you cover it like that, and you put it on your solar plexus here, and you cover it with your right hand. Okay, you stand like that. And then again, in the same way where we were sitting, your ears were in the same line with your shoulders. Now when you're standing, make sure that you stand naturally. You don't bend down, but you feel comfortable. Yes. So when you stand like that, you see ears in the same line with shoulders. You don't stand like that. So make sure that you actually stand upright, right? We are humans, so we should know how to stand upright. And then without any effort. You don't put your hands in your pockets. You don't stand like that, but you put it on your here in this it's called shashu position. So then you feel grounded on your feet, but at the same time you stand upright. There's no strain. You can even practice this standing position at home or somewhere, as I said many times before, when you wait for someone or when you stand on the train, and without handing even if you hand the handrail, you can stand like that, or you can you can have the image of standing in this way, so it can be a wonderful practice wherever you are, right? So you come back to this upright position without making into a formal one, okay? And then when you breathe, so imagine that these are my feet. So when we inhale, taking breath through the nose. When we inhale, on the exhale, we put half a step with our right foot. And then again, when you inhale, you put on the exhale half a step with your left foot. And again, inhale, half a step on the right with your right foot. Inhale and exhale, half a step on the left foot. So you make half a step walk. Okay, don't step like that, but you have really you look as if you are not moving at all when someone is watching you from some distance. So let's try to spend maybe a couple of minutes in this kinhin practice. then you make a bow, and you come back to your to the place where you sit. And again, when you approach the cushion, you make a bow, and again turn clockwise and make one more bow, and we have another period. again, put your hands together and make a bow. Then once again, before you stand up, move a few times from left to right. Then you can unfold your legs. And when you stand up, once again, make sure that your cushion, leave your cushion as if no one ever sat on that. So when you leave your cushion and you stand up, as we did before, one bow, and once again, one bow. And this is it for today. As I said, this is the first time this month we are starting or coming back to streaming from via Facebook. If it's better for you, or maybe it's worse for you, so please make a comment, or you can contact us to see, so we can communicate and make it better experience for you. Thank you for joining. I see it's already evening here in Tokyo, also already becoming a little bit darker. It's still very hot. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are, whether it's evening, morning, night, afternoon, and take good care of yourself and your closest, your friends, and I wish your practice goes well, and see you next time. Next time we will meet. You can check the schedule on the Facebook page, so you can it's written there when we meet. So I hope we can meet again next month. Thank you very much.